Da, ba, ba, ba. We are streaming. So that's really fun. Love it. Love streaming. Whoa, look at the URL. It's got a bunch of M's in it. Only 3 M's actually, but the V and the W next to each other, you know, we got the M's, the V, the W, all that. It just looks cool. Looks weird. It's very, very weird. Okay, let's ping people in the Discord and do the usual thing. Today's stream's probably gonna suck. Probably, maybe. But I don't know, I got the urge to do it. I wanted to do it. How the fuck do you work again? Settings, right. You don't work unless I do that, and then it's so obnoxious. And then we bring this guy out. And then we go down here. And then we turn off. Why is this all on by default? It's so annoying. You. Settings. Jesus Christ. Overlay. Get rid of the frequency lines. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, folks. I'm going crazy. And then we put this thing over here. Okay, we got our little frequency spectrum. Okay, so I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived. No, I'm not even sleep deprived. I don't know. I'm just tired. I went to Go Club today, which is a club in which you play a board game for many hours, and it is very mentally taxing. And I'm so fucking tired now after doing like physically. You know, it is odd, in which staring at a board and trying to visualize stones on a board for hours on end depletes you. I know there was a study at some point that we want snares. Yeah, let's just use this guy. There's a study with like chess grandmasters in a tournament, and they're when they're playing in a tournament for like 5 to 8 hours a day or whatever, they burn 5,000 plus calories just by playing chess, right? And like Go, it does the same. It does the same thing. You're using like the same brain muscles and whatnot. So that's cool. Would explain. Oh, that sucks. There we go. Okay, the right signal sounds pretty good. Nerd way of burning calories. Exactly. It's how you get swole. Though I suppose you aren't training any muscles whatsoever, with the exception of your noggin, your brain. The only thing you're really making your brain better at is just like seeing stones in your mind's eye, which can be a problem also, because like here, let's just like grab random samples. Yeah, that's it. That's the shit right there. When you play Go, you get the Tetris effect like fucking crazy. Like it's been like I've been playing it for like I don't know 4 years-ish. Jesus Christ, where'd the time go? Since like the pandemic, like in the beginning of the pandemic-ish. Yeah, 5 years almost. Wow, that's nuts. And you get the Tetris effect like crazy in that you see the stones like in your mind's eye, and you're like, I'll just be having a conversation with someone, they're like explaining to me like their like relationship problems or something like that, or some sort of like dynamic or issue or problem they're having, and then as they're explaining it to me in my mind's eye, I'm like, oh yeah, exactly, I see exactly how this issue is the same thing as this string of stones chasing this other string of stones and then trying to capture it in a ladder that leads up to this thing over here, and that's why the solution to your problem would obviously be to defend your territory over here. And like somehow that like translates over in this like weird kind of ineffable, hard to describe way. So basically playing board games cooks your fucking brain is what I got out of it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing random samples. Let's do drums a little bit more, and then let's use a resonance clipper. So let's just grab the kick that I always use. That one's cool though, and I don't always use that one. Let's use that one instead. So I do use this one like a lot. We just do that. And then let's make this like kind of fast. Let's just keep the kick pattern like really basic. And then let's do a little boom like at the end, you know, the like tippery fucking kick pattern that he always does that I'm biting. So maybe we should do, no, we'll do that at the end of this thing, so it resets over there, right? And then I don't like how that sounds, so we're gonna... Yeah, Mr. Bill number 3, coated with the sauce. And then we're gonna want, I don't know, a hat, man, because you want to put, that's not a hat. That's, I guess that's a hat. That's not, that's, okay, bud, come on, give me fucking something. We're just gonna just do quarter notes or whatever. Right, I mean, that's cute. Make it quiet. Let's grab a drum and bass solo normal font. You know what would go hard? The word normal font in Comic Sans. That would go crazy hard. Okay, now let's here's an idea. Let's take a voice scrambler. And then let's go like bop. And then let's cut out the lows. Right, and then let's mix that. Wavy font for like 15 minutes before, like right before you showed up, and then I made that comment for the first time ever. For real. And then let's take this guy. Ooh, let's go. Kind of like, I like that. That little grain spray shindig thing right there. And then let's take these guys and make that just beats. And let's just like, except now the snare, the sound of the snare fucking suck. Okay, what are we doing? Let's take all of the drums now that we have this thing, and then let's take a resonance flipper. Interesting little hi-hat roll. Yeah, a little green spray thing. No, wait, there's no cool funny way I can say it. I've been normal font for a couple of years though. Your name was Wavy Font in Wavy Font for like 15 minutes before this. You've been normal font for a couple of years though. Maybe your old name was the entire phrase Wavy Font and Wavy Font for like 15 minutes before this. That's the only way that what you said makes sense to me. That's how I'm gonna interpret it. Okay, so here, let's just go drums, and then and then this guy here, we can go zoom in a little bit. He's going boom. Then let's go some shit like that, and then we'll collapse this down to a single point on one end. It goes kind of crazy hard. Kind of fucks. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty cool. Here, let's record it out when it stops ringing. Shut up, please. Shut up. Thank you. That's good enough. Alright, now we got this guy. I kind of like that in a weird way. Let's take an auto filter. Legacy auto filter, the best, everyone's favorite auto filter. Then we got like this guy. Right? That's pretty cool. And then we can go like it's pretty funny. I was in Sicily last year in a restaurant, used Comic Sans as its poster, and it was the worst food in the city. I knew it would be Don't Trust Comic Sans. I feel like Comic Sans is like, it's hit and miss. Sometimes it goes crazy hard, you know? One of my closest friends has the entirety of their phone in Comic Sans. It's like some fancy ass Android whatever, and it's Comic Sans everything. It's hilarious. Hi, in Discord, where can I submit my track? In the feedback and whips. Feedback and whips. Drop it there. Oh geez. Oh geez. I've totally ignored the last 3 people. But you caught me at a great time in which I'm streaming, and thus I will have to give feedback due to social peer pressure. So this is a great time to do it. And then also peep Jade's, because Jade is also here, unfortunately, and I have to cave to social peer pressure, because it'd be awkward if I didn't. So, yeah, we can do that. When you see some shit like that, is God telling the owners they shouldn't have started a restaurant. You ever consider doing live? I do frequently. I do that. That is a thing I do quite often. But or like a designated, like this is a feedback session thing, because usually people just like drop in and there's like, hey, can I get feedback? And I'm like, yeah, do the thing, like the thing that's happening now, you know. What's up, Mr. Leaky? Oh god. Okay, what tuning should we make this in? What are we thinking? I haven't done anything in 22 in a while. 22 could be fun, and I'm kind of inspired by a recent Sevish song. That one's a hoot. It's got a lot of acid bass in it. Okay, we got the thing. I'm presuming this is the person that just joined. Yeah. All right, let's peep it and roast it. Oh shit, that's fucking loud. I don't know if it's normally louder. My song is quiet and my speakers are loud. Here. So it's clipping like crazy already, like right off the bat. I mean, I get that might be like an artistic or creative choice, but I don't like it, and it would probably be better if you didn't clip the shit out of everything. So I should listen for more than like a quarter of a second before giving you that feedback, but I'm probably gonna stand by it. Yeah, you can't clip it all that much. It hurts, man. It's not creatively it sounds cool so far. I'm 7 seconds in. So again, I can't say much, but stop, don't clip it. I take back a lot of what I said. I had very, very low hopes for the song, and then you totally switched it up on me. So good shit. This bit is kind of weird. We got like 8 bars of like banging tunes, and then it just immediately drops into this like super minimal breakdown section. A second. Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm sleepy. I'm cranky right now. Here, let me go back, and then like I'm just gonna play it out for a little bit and stop pausing the song every 2 seconds and roasting it. Okay, so I kind of just wrote down all my immediate thoughts. Oh, the message is retracted. I didn't get to see it. Hold on. So yeah, as I stated immediately, I wasn't a fan of the clipping in the intro. There's also a later section in the song where I can hear that same like thing in the background that's clipping again. I would just dial that way. Like if you like the distortion, that's fine, but I think the degree at which you're doing it is just a little bit too much. Yeah, I feel like the breakdown that happens 20 seconds in, just like structurally, I was expecting it to go on for like another 8 bars or something. The fact that you said you're gonna have a vocalist in makes it make a lot more sense, because the breakdown is kind of boring, but with the vocalist it would make much more sense. So a lot of my creative criticism, I suppose, doesn't really apply structurally because I haven't heard the final actual product. Yeah, the synth in the chorus is just like, it's really, really bright and like noisy in like the high end. So just use like I don't know the name of the EQ curve where you can turn down all the high end, but I would do that, or I would just turn it down, just that synth in general. And then yeah, the toms that are doing the like reggaeton boom da kind of thing. I feel like they're just a little bit too loud, but only in the breakdown where you just have the kick and the toms and whatever. When the full drop is playing, then it sounds fine. So it sounds like it's like how it's reacting to your limiter or something. And then finally at the very end, the clap, it's like spraying out with like a little bit of reverb or whatever. It's got the spray and then it cuts to complete silence. I can hear where the like volume fade is, and it doesn't sound good. So I would fade it a little bit more over time, or I don't know, just make it so it was like less obvious. Song is good though. Like mix is solid. Oh, the saw synths, especially the ones that come in the beginning, I think are too wide. Yeah, I can hear the like Bollywood kind of influence for sure. I would the saw synths in the beginning, I would just put a utility on it and lower the width like to 50% or something, because they're like excessively wide. I'm assuming it would there's probably going to be some like phase destruction or whatever if you like play the song in mono, so just like making it less wide to begin with would help with that issue, and also it's just like kind of distractingly wide to begin with. So I was looking in a lot. Yeah, I haven't considered what it would sound like put a vocal on there. Let me. The kick is really clicky now that I think about it. I'm not a big fan of the clicky kick, in particular during this breakdown, because in the breakdown everything like kind of shows. The song isn't called Green Parasite, it's called 58A5B9DFO AFD2B06.mp3. Don't ask me why these are O's and that one was a 0, but it is. Wait, let me go back to what this actually sounds like. And yeah, there's just clipping throughout. So like right on my left speaker, I could hear clipping coming from your bass. So watch the clipping, and I feel like a vocalist would sound fine with these synths. Oh, maybe not the later ones, the super bright ones. Yeah, these are way too bright. You can see in the spectrum it's like absurdly bright, like 5 kilohertz and up. But I think vocals would sound fine in it, as long as, you know, they're like singing in key and whatnot. And I think that would probably work. Will certainly contribute incredible vote. Me saying the title of this, that was my vocal contribution. Feel free to clip it and put it in the song. Anyways, here, I'm gonna reply and then bam, so you can look back at it and see what the notes are or whatever. But I mean, it sounds pretty good. Like mixdown is pretty solid with the exception of like what I mentioned, like the kick is punchy and there's like a nice beat going, you know, it'd be fun to dance to. Definitely needs vocals. It is a little empty, but like I see what you're saying. All right. And then we got, hold on. I'm gonna react to Jade, because I have ignored Jade's thing for like well over 24 hours, and then listen to Maybe Wise. That's why we puff life's a bitch and then you die. So the vocal's a lot louder compared to everything else. Obviously this isn't mastered, so it's hard to like really compare it to mixes and masters I'm familiar with, because it's you know, everything isn't like peaking and clipping and limiting and whatnot. But the vocal's a little bit too loud. I feel like the kick could be better, perhaps a different sample. It's hard to judge. I think it sounds okay. It's got this kind of like lo-fi quality to it, which is a vibe in of itself. I don't know, it's hard for me to judge. It sounds cool. Also, I'm hearing, won't spend an hour on it? Well, it sounds fucking sick. I'm hearing like your kick is side chaining against your percussion, your hi-hats, but I think your hi-hat is playing like a fraction of a millisecond behind your kick. So the hi-hat plays and then the kick slams down on it. I'm hearing the little transient of the hi-hat playing right before, and it sounds super unnatural. So I'll just like watch that. Maybe align your hi-hat with your drums, or sidechain the hat way less. Like change the sidechain from 100% to like 50%, specifically on your hat.
Even though we know somehow we all gotta go, but as long as we leaving, we'll be leaving with some kind of dope. So into that day we expire and turn to vapors. Me and my capers, I'll be somewhere stacking plenty papers, keeping it real, packing still getting high. Cause life's a bitch and then you die.
I want to hear funny vocal effects on it. I want to hear ring mod. I mean, I've been crazy. I've been on a ring mod rabbit hole lately. But I want to hear some weird glitching up, fucking around with the vocals. I think that could be cool. A lot of potential. It's just very dry as it is, but it's a good fucking vocal, so it works, right?
Early on my born day, I'm 20 is a blessing. The essence of adolescence leaves my body now I'm freshened. My physical frame is celebrated cause I made it. 1/4 through life, some godly like thing created. Got rhymes, 365 days annual plus some. Load up the mic and bust one. Cuss while I puss from my skull cause it's pain in my brain vein. Money maintained, don't go against the grain, simple and plain. When I was younger, this I used to do my thing hard. Robbing foreigners, take their wallets, they jewels and rip their green cards. Dip to the projects, flashing my quick cash and got my first piece of ass smoking blunts with hash. Now it's all about cash in abundance. Niggas I used to run with is rich. Are doing years in the hundreds. I switched my motto.
Yeah, man. I want to hear like just a lot of fun vocal effects and processing. It reminds me. I'm thinking again. I'm ring mod brained right now. But Autechre Tried by 12 remix. Thinking of this thing where they took the Tried by 12 and everything's ring modded to shit. It sounds really cool. I hear that influence. Oh yeah, for sure. Accent. Yeah.
6 sticks and stones, they might break your bones, but the 9mm it will bore your dome. I'm talking about the toe tagging, the body bagging. Man, niggas are dying, mamas are crying, cats get buying.
I think the shit can go so hard. Something like that. Maybe intermingling it, have certain phrases get ring modded, and then like fuck with the the carrier frequency and do whatever. Make the vocal do cool shit. I want to hear cool glitchy shit with the vocal. That's what I asked for. This song fucks so hard. It's so good. I have it on CD because like it's the only way I could have got like a decent sounding MP3.
Saying fuck tomorrow, that buck that bought a bottle could have struck the lotto. Once I stood on the block, loose cracks, produced stacks. I cooked
sick.
Up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Time is illmatic, keep static like wool fabric.
I would make it less wet with reverb. I would make like maybe in the beginning when like the drums cut out and then you're bringing in the like sigh shit in the background, it could sound kind of wet, but then make it go completely dry and make that be part of the build-up. I think that could work. So it's like, yeah, it's just you just hear the acapella vocal for a bit. You hear the like super reverbed out, weird as fuck squelchy shit in the background, and then it gets less and less wet, and then becomes forward and center in the mix, and it gets loud as shit, and then the drums come in, and then the vocals get super heavy. I think that could go crazy. With acapellas, how do I actually mix it into a beat? Is it mostly just multi-band compression, sidechaining it to the track? I mean, it's just an element, as is anything else, right? I would just like the acapella it's just the voice, right? So I guess people tend to treat voices and mix of voices like a little bit differently than the rest. But I don't know, I would just like treat it like most any other like mid-range element that has like some high frequency noise in it. So yeah, multi-band compression, side chaining it to the kick and snare. And then Just make sure the gain is decent.
A formatic to crack your whole cabinet.
Yeah, there's just too much reverb on the synth stuff. It sounds super cool. The idea is really solid. So I did say in the beginning the vocal is too loud relative to everything else, I'm pretty sure. I don't mix vocals that often, and I often kind of forget that is intentional because you want people to be able to hear the vocal. Though I have a feeling with the disparity between how loud the vocal is and the rest of the track, and the fact that it hasn't been mastered yet, like it's still too loud. But I don't know, just like tweak it. Yeah, chatter feedback is absolutely. I'm just one dude. I'm just a guy, man. You're all guys too, you know. We want as much feedback as possible. So that is good. And yeah, mostly I mean the real secret to mixing is just like volume. You could go like 90% of the mix is just getting your levels right. It's easy to forget that. Okay, let me see. All right, I think that's pretty much. Yeah, I just want to hear some cool fucking vocal effects.
Showers, semi-commissary, motherfucking flowers. Thoughts of sorta of leaving my daughter.
I am, yes. Honestly, this is way better than me trying to make a beat right now because I am so tired and not making anything cool. So, join the Discord, drop a thing in here, and then I will do the thing. All right, that was Jade's thing. I don't think theme is in the stream, nor Stale Fleas. No, he just released the song. I already gave that one feedback. All right, let's check Maybe Wise. There's kind of a overwhelming amount of low mids. This is mids, not low mids. A little bit too much mids, I think, at least at that part. Like if I was listening to this on like a really fat system, it would probably not sound great. Just when it's peaking there, because it's like super dynamic, but it's like getting really fucking loud, particularly around like 220. Heard clip. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I mean, it sounds like it could be totally an intentional thing, but right at about 52 seconds, I'm hearing what sounds like unintentional clipping and distortion in the left speaker. Yeah. Now it sounds like kind of like a fuzzy kind of analog like distortion, but I don't know, it doesn't sound particularly great to me, but you know, shit's subjective. If you did that with intention, then it's whatever, but yeah. What really is fucking annoying is I have like a pro level subscription for SoundCloud. Their encoder is shit. It used to be, and it still is. If I listen, they did something to the encoder. If you listen to music from like 3 years ago that was uploaded 3 years ago, and you have like a pro subscription, you can hear everything up to 20 kilohertz. It's like a true like 320 megabytes per second MP3. and then they fucked it. It's absolutely fucked. Anyways, I think the highs and ultra highs are just like a little bit too bright. Like that was something like I would put like a shelf EQ on the master and turn all that shit down by like 0.5 dB or something. Maybe a dB. I mean, I would ideally not do it on the master, but it's spicy. It sounds really good. It sounds really good, really clean, but it's like a little bit loud. Normal font, your track is pushed into a clipper because you don't know any better. If it sounds good to you, then like sure, but like maybe dial it back a little bit. If it sounds super distorted, try dialing it back a little. I don't know, just export what you think sounds good, and then I'll rip you to pieces after. Yeah, there's some of the transients are like the really tiny little crackly transients that are happening in between you know, the like 16th notes or whatever, the 8th notes are just a little bit too hot. So I would just like watch in particular the really short transients in the like sparkly high. But that's also a vibe in of itself, because it's like, I don't know, it's doing something to my brain. It does sound kind of good. I would say still like maybe you should probably turn it down a little bit. I think you get away with turning it down a little bit and still keeping it sounding really good and not being a idea. So I think the really high frequency stuff, it's on a loop, it's playing for a while, and then you introduce this other element that's like hitting like every quarter note, and then that loop is still playing, ever present, is not changing at all. I would try adding some sort of like dynamic filtering movement, maybe like honestly maybe just like a low pass filter with the LFO up, with the phase high, and it mostly being in the high end, and then it'll just like slowly just pan the left and right speakers just a little bit in the highs, just to like make that really sparkly high end stuff start to pulsate a little bit and give it more dynamics, you know, because this is already like a pretty like, I would say like dynamic kind of sounding song with how many elements are in it. And I think you can keep the high end loopy stuff more interesting, because it's really attention grabbing with how like present it is in the mix and how crispy it is. But I think it gets boring eventually, and so you need to eventually like start having movement there in interesting ways. So like I know you know about Hypnus. They also have like a thing called Slink, which is basically like a crazy modulator on a bunch of auto bandpass and band reject filters or whatever, moving around. Something like that, and then mixing in a little bit of that would sound really good. Or again, you could just put you could just take a spell book on and take an EQ and just take a bunch of bell filters that are just moving up and down and moving around the frequency spectrum. That would probably sound really great, mixing in just like a little bit of that, I think. Oh, that's funny that I was hiding the chat and you just mentioned Slink. Yeah, exactly. You're also a Patreon member. My stereo swap rack is what I would probably put on it personally, because I'm a sucker for that sound and I use it on everything. But yeah, something like Slink or the stereo swap rack, or something like that, I think it would just be, yeah, I think it would just make it sound a lot better. think I heard a click. Let me go back a little bit. This section's great. The bit where you bring in the like high frequency gong like sounds, that fucks. If I accept only one submission, I'm in a feedbacky mood, so go ahead. Go ahead and drop another one. Here, let me go back a little bit. Okay, I think it's just the thing that's panning around and kind of delaying. I thought it was a click, but it's not. But it's like distorting a little bit. It sounds fine. It sounds fine. I'm just hunting for shit. That one right there at 3 minutes and 39-ish seconds, that one's a little spicy. So just the whatever the fuck that is, the thing with the filter opening up and closing on it, and panning around and delaying out and stuff, it gets a little spicy at some point. So maybe a compressor, just like a really, really fast attack compressor, just to catch those peaks, I think would be good. And yeah, I think the Foley is a little bit too loud. I'm gonna skip that a little bit. And I would play around. A lot of the Foley stuff is all playing at the same volume as well. Again, this is something that would get fixed with the filtering thing, but I want more dynamics with that. I just want, there's like some like what sounds like reverse bits happening before like kick drums and stuff like that, and it's like they're all at the same volume. It's just begging to be more dynamic. Like if it was much more dynamic, like if you just put my dynamics generator rack, you know, the thing with just like a fuck ton of auto pans, I think just mixing something like that with it would be great, because overall it would be quieter, but there would still be moments where it comes in at that level, at that like pretty loud, but then it would be okay, because, you know, loudness is like a over time, you know, psychoacoustic thing, and then that would make the hot moments stand out and feel really good, I think. So I mean, either the dynamic generator or the filtering thing, or like a slight mix of both. Maybe 20% of the sound goes to a dynamic generator, other 20% goes into a filtering thing, and then you parallel process all that shit. I think that could all make it work. That's really the only thing in this track I think that it like isn't fully working for me. TBH is just the Foley stuff. And perhaps, I mean, this is totally a creative thing. We're like 4.5 minutes in, and we're kind of just revisiting the same ideas from like the first like 2 minutes. I want to hear something novel or new, though I understand genres do things in different genres and whatnot. And so like this works, but like if I was to re-listen to this, like if I was to listen to this song later, I would skip the song once we get to the second drop, because I already know that the second drop's kind of the first drop. Now I haven't finished the song yet, but more variation on the second drop. Maybe just like the didgeridoo sounding main synth mid bass can be something different, right? It's kind of a copy of the first one. I can tell there's like a little bit of variation, but like if I was DJing, I surely wouldn't play the whole song out, just because like it gets a little boring eventually. It all sounds really, really stellar. It sounds great, but It's a little repetitive, at least in terms of structure in the first and second drop. Gotcha. Yeah, sounds really good. Really just biggest thing is the Foley thing. There was a moment where I heard, there was like a moment or two where I heard like unintentional distortion. I don't remember when, but you can just like look back when I complain about it in the video. And the low mids were kind of hot in the very beginning intro section, like 200 hertz or something. Yeah, no, he's really good. He sent me a couple other songs of his and they all sound fucking amazing. So, good shit. Okay, yeah, that was Maybe Wise. Very, very cool. Sounds very good. Let's go see who else submitted a thing. We got Icky. Fuck that unmixed unmastered. Okay. We got, is that Jerry? I think that's Jerry. Word. I feel like the kick could be better. The kick isn't really like punching through, and then like it sounds like already like lightly distorted. It sounds like just the kick. I don't know. Look for a different sample. I don't know how to word it. It needs to be a little bit more punchy and shorter. It is a long kick. The body of it, the punch in it lasts too long, and when you make the punch of something last too long, then it doesn't punch anymore. Because how are you gonna, if you're gonna punch someone in the face, you're not gonna go like, you know, you just go bam, you know, it's just like one big thing. So shorten, put a fade on your kick and slam that shit a little bit more, or don't, or find a different kick sample. Okay, so I wouldn't, your kick is already playing at like what I think is full volume in this breakdown. So one, I think you can add a little bit more ear candy shit falling when the breakdown happens. It gets really, really quiet and minimal. And you can add just like a little bit more stuff that like works as like fallers or risers, I think. And then I would filter out your kick here because we're in the breakdown, in the build up, and you don't want the kick to have sub in the build up, because if there's already sub in the build up, then when the drop comes and you add the sub, it's not going to be like, you're not going to get as much release, you know? So I would filter that out, and then maybe try doing some like filtering and panning with the breakbeat thing that you had or something. I don't know. Oh, we got like another bit. Okay, okay. Your trap, the classic trap snare. I miss that guy. No one makes music with that trap snare anymore. What happened? I remember in like 2018, 2019. I mean, I was making trap music at the time, but I heard that fucking everywhere, and it's like I never hear it anymore. Anyways, it's clipping a lot when it was panning around. Yeah, it's clipping a lot. You should make it not do that. I veto the 1 2 3 come on vocal. It's not 3 2 1 let's go, so I'll give you that. That is a huge upgrade, but I think you could find something cooler in my opinion.
Fuck it.
So like you added this like perk, this like 808 perk or something that's like really high end, but it's getting masked by everything. So I would like turn that up louder. I think your compression as a whole needs to be compressed. So I would put like a compress. So I'm assuming the way that I route everything is I have a kick and I have a snare in their own group. I have a kick snare group, right? And then I also have a percussion group. And I would put a compressor on your percussion group that consists of all the perks, your hats, the breakbeat sample, all that shit. And I would compress the fuck out of it with like fast attack and also slightly like midding release compression, and then like parallel process it or whatever, and then like figure some shit out. And like lower the threshold a fuck ton, like really slam it and then parallel process it, and maybe even distort it a little bit. I don't know, play around with it, but you want all of the percussion to like really pop and come through. And then after the fact, you can also try transient shaping it, so all the percussion is kind of slammed and comes through a bit, just like a little bit more over everything. And then you can add a long attack compressor to make it so that all the transients, the body of all of the percussion is a lot quieter and the transients are a lot louder. And then it'll be a lot more quote unquote minimal, at least in the amount of space that is taking up in the mix, because if every single element that's playing is very short, then you can mix it a lot cleaner. You can turn up all those elements a lot louder, because if it's longer, then it's going to mask more stuff, right? So like I like to use, like, if you have Stab, which is ST4B, it's a multi-band transient shaper, I would put that on your percussion and slam the fuck out of everything. Or just like find some transient shaper and just like slam the fuck out of it on all your percussion. And that way you can turn up your percussion a lot louder, have it punch through a lot more in the mix, and it won't like eat up as much like headroom or whatever, grab too much of attention and mask stuff. Because I think like this is like a dancey track, and I think the emphasis in this really should be on making the drum sound as good as possible. That being said, you did just say it's unmixed and unmastered, and maybe you're just looking for creative feedback, so maybe fuck me for going on this little ramble, but like just real big emphasis on the drums here, right? Because that's where all the focus is. Yeah, this takes me way back to when I was like first getting into EDM. I was like very much into. It does sound like Skrillex a bit. It's got the chicken soup kind of percussion loop thing. Because yeah, there's like some interesting percussion in there that I just can't hear very well. At this point, the horn, your like distorted OTT horn, I'm getting kind of tired of it a little bit. I would try swapping it out with a different synth, or just changing the timbre, or like maybe take the OTT off in the section. It's like, oh shit, here's the horn without OTT. And then maybe layer it with something else. Just like, okay, you got like 16 or 32 bars of, you know, your horn doing the thing, and then you get 16, 32 bars of a different sound doing the same thing. You know, just timbral differences and stuff like that will keep it fresh, because it's just like very noisy. It's very bright and noisy like the whole time. I mean, that's kind of the genre too, you know. This is like quintessential like EDM. Like I'm at fucking EDC, you know, I'm at an Insomniac event, and there's like fucking fire like pumping out of the main stage, and this is the song that's playing. So like I see the vision for sure, but I don't know. Damn, no, my ears suck. I was so confident. Something you could try playing around with creatively is pitch modulation on your sub. Pitch modulation goes fucking hard. Just like make it go like, you know, like the normal thing, and at the end it like swoops up a little bit or swoops down, and you go like swoop up and then swoop down. One of my favorite tracks of all time, Selfless State. The drums fuck so goddamn hard. Honestly, 10 out of 10 song to use as a reference track for house music. It's so good. The kick drum is so fucking punchy. It's absurdly so punchy. And then the sub bass is doing a lot of really cool stuff. So like Like when you listen to this like really fucking loud, like in your car or whatever, like when it swoops up, you feel that shit like in your chest and everything. Pitch modulation is great. It's also it's good for a lot of reasons. Like one reason is that, like, let's say you're listening to it in your room and your room has a room mode at exactly like 44 hertz, which is like what you're playing, and that's the only bass frequency that you're playing. What if you're in a room mode and it's too quiet, or you take 2 steps over and then that frequency is too loud? What if you're playing it in like a club that has room modes, and then, you know, there's just one fucking frequency playing the entire time? When you pitch bend things through, you know, when you pitch bend a thing, you're gonna go through all the possible fucking room modes. So if your sub is something that does this, you're guaranteed to feel it at some point. You know, it'll like go up and down in volume depending on where you are in the room. But yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave this up as a VOD unless I like horrifically embarrass myself at some point. Then I usually take them down. No, usually I almost always leave the VODs up at least accessible through the Discord and the live stream tab. Sometimes I private them though on YouTube if I'm like, I don't know, if I like make just absolute dog shit music the entire time and then rage quit, then like sometimes I take them down. But yeah. Yeah, so this little breakbeat thing I think should be loud as fuck. No sub. And then add filtering. Maybe open it up with a filter. It comes in, it's pretty loud, but it's filtered, and then you like open it all the way up, and that could make it. Okay, so it's the same thing as before. Yeah, that's my advice. Really focus on just your drums in general. Make the second drop a little bit different. Make second drop more different. That being said, I didn't really listen to much of the second drop, but I'm pretty sure it was just the same thing. But cool. I mean, it's a vibe. Like if that was mixed really well, I'd be like, yeah, that's a professional fucking song. It's yeah, copy paste drops, yeah. It fits the genre really well, for sure. Okay, we got new thing by Redlined. It's called Lemonade. It gets kind of bright. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. Okay, the da 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 da, like right there, like the echo thing, da 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 da. It gets like really loud at like one particular point and clips a little bit. So I would just watch that. Make it not clip. I mean, you know, this is subjective and whatnot. Subjectivity in music, I think, is way too fucking loud. I think you're overdoing it. It sounds like you're doing well for people making loud music. Like it's hard to do that. But I don't like the sound of it personally. I think it's over. Mix is pretty good. Mix is good. Like it sounds good for sure. So it's like definitely subjective me thing. Luff's it says -5, like -5.3 on average or something like that. I think music generally I don't push music like past 6, 6.5, and that's really pushing it. Like I think the sweet spot is like 7 and like somewhere between 7 and 9 for it being good. Though I understand you got to be competitive. and it does work in the sound, and it's like a really like this genre really allows it. But I don't know, it's just me. At the very least, in this drop it sounds fine. The build-up is really gnarly. The build-up is just like nothing but distortion, and that kind of primed me to already like want to bitch and moan about loudness and whatnot. So maybe like dial back the build-up and make the build-up less insane, because that can make the drop even better, you know? Like, if your drop is going to be at -5 LUFS, maybe you shouldn't have your build-up also be at -5 LUFS, because then it'll increase in loudness and be like, oh, this is loud as fuck, you know? LUFS, it's loudness, fuck if I know, unit, loudness unit for sound. It's like a perceptual psychoacoustic measurement for perceived loudness. So it's basically average volume over time, but it accounts for certain frequencies are perceived to be louder by humans. So like hypothetically, like the loudest possible thing would be like a single sine wave at like 2 kilohertz or whatever, units full scale. There we go. So it just accounts for that. It's like it's a pretty decent metric for measuring how perceptually loud your song is to someone, because loudness is a psychoacoustic phenomenon, something you hear over time, right? Yeah, 5 is common for this. And it sounds okay during the drop. Honestly, it sounds pretty fine. It's just I was just really salty, I think, during the build up, because the build up was like a lot of distortion and whatnot. And again, like I don't think any of this is like a technical fault or something that's wrong. A lot of this is just my taste, and I don't like the loudness war, and I think it doesn't sound good when things are that loud. But shit's subjective. Some people fucking love it. So, and a lot of people who are way better at producing, have better ears than me, love making music this loud. So smaller number is loud. Well, it's technically bigger because it's all negative. I don't know why it's negative, but it is. So 0 LUFS, no. 0 isn't even the loudest you can be. I think Dan Worrell made like a thing that's like positive. I don't fucking know. But yeah. That sound there is way too loud, I think. Yeah, especially probably that little like residual frequency thing right there. Yeah. Yeah, like Marble Hunting by Tipper is all at like -6 exactly, if I remember correctly. And I think Marble Hunting is one of his worst sounding releases. That being said, it still sounds really good because he's Tipper, but like compared to everything else he's put out, like I don't think so. And I think a large reason why is because he was pushing it too hot. Music doesn't sound good that loud. That being said, I still put out a lot of music at like -6, so like I can't, what the fuck do I know? I make mistakes too, you know, but these I don't know, the sub sounds kind of odd in a weird way I'm not familiar with. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? That's interesting. Wait, what the fuck? So hold on, how do I pause this? Let me fucking show me mini meters. Come on, be intuitive, man. Pause. Okay. So you got 36 hertz, and then there's a thing at 50, and then 73. So the real fundamental is what, at like fucking 19 or 18 hertz? Interesting. And then you're only playing the second harmonic, and then the odd harmonics are all quiet? That's interesting. It sounds weird, but I commend it. It sounds a little odd, and it looks scary on the spectrogram. I can't say for sure if this isn't technically like wrong, because like I don't know, I'm just like not used to hearing that sound. I would have to hear what the fuck this sounds like and like on a good system in a club or whatever. That's cool. No, that would saturate these nuts, I guess. Okay. Okay, word. Word. Well, it sounds fucking weird. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds odd and it looks odd on a thing. My intuition is that this wouldn't translate very well. I don't know. I'm listening to this in my bedroom, so like I don't know what to tell you. All right, how do I unpause? There we go. There's this like, I mean, I think it's just from the constant whatever that is, the tambourine, the ride cymbal. There's just like constant high frequency noise. It's just very noisy. That's the genre though, so I don't know. I would make the ride less ever present, compress it with high attack compression, like pretty high attack, like 200 milliseconds or something. Like I don't know, something, you know, like pretty. Make it have an envelope instead of being ever present. But if it had an envelope, then the song wouldn't be so loud. So I think that's partially, this is what happens when you fucking clip something that loudly. I think it's a sound in of itself. People like it, you know. So whenever I'm like just endlessly bitching and moaning about loudness, just like remember it's all subjective, but it sounds bad to me. I don't like how the roaring sound is clipping on the left and right speakers like inconsistently. I don't know. It just sounds kind of unnatural in a weird way. Because like when you hear distortion come off of only one speaker, it sounds unintentional, you know? To me, that's how I kind of view it. Because clearly it means, okay, the signal of everything being sent to the left speaker went a little bit too high, and thus it's clipping. Whereas like if it's mono and clipped there, and then the thing that's clipped is then spread wide, that feels more like an intentional thing, because I'm like, oh, both the left and right speaker are clipping in the exact same frequency region in the exact same way at the same time. That's an artistic decision. That being said, it's a vibe in of itself to hear your speakers get all crackly and fucking weird because it sounds like you're blowing the speakers out because your music's really loud because you're playing super fucking loud, super aggressive, high energy drum and bass. So I get that too. So I don't know, do with that information what you will. Sounds hot at 1 to 3K. Let me go back a little bit, just a little bit. There's also like clicks there that are like echoing out. I mean, it's a vibe. It's a weird breakdown. Yeah, this shit's too loud. I think it's the same issue I was complaining about in the intro build up. It's like a wall of noise. I don't know. It's just really fucking loud. I mean, it might be really cool if I heard this at a rave or something. I can imagine losing my shit when I was like 18 years old, going to raves and listening to drum and bass that was like way too loud without earplugs. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's like you kind of get overwhelmed with a wall of noise and then the drums hit. So like, it's a vibe. I get that. This section is weird in a negative way, I think. I don't really know what it's doing. It's not really building energy. It's kind of just confusing me. You know, it's subjective or whatever. There's like this bit where like it plays for a while and then it like drops out and then comes back on like off time with everything else that's playing. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm gonna go back and like you build energy a lot with this like crazy wall of sound that starts to like build, right? It gets really fucking loud, and then you get hit with this like weird ass like liminal space fucking I don't know, I want to personify it in some weird way. It's just this weird dude standing in the corner, and I'm like, what the fuck are you, what are you doing? And I don't know what it's doing. I don't think it knows what it's doing. Yeah, just like the way it's ending and starting is weird. Yeah, I hope so. I don't mean to be rude or mean or anything. I'm speaking. I'm just speaking my immediate subjective like interpretation of what I'm hearing, and I'm also pausing every 5 seconds to like roast it, which is like changing my perception of the song. Also, I'm intentionally trying to articulate and find things about the song that I don't like or things that could be improved, and thus that's changing the way I'm engaging with it. So just keep all of this in mind, you know. Okay, so I see that you're teasing the thing. It's way too noisy. It's just like I'm not listening to a bass. I'm listening to noise that has a flavor of bass in it. You know? That's unique though. Yeah, and Stickbug likes it. Shit's subjective. I think it's too much though. I would dial it back. And the sub is weird. I mean, I think that's leftover of like when we were talking about the sub being like an even harmonic, and then plus there's like all the odd harmonics of like an infrasonic thing underneath it. I'm not a fan of the sound of the side. So the sound of the kick sidechaining against everything else works, but when the kick plays multiple times in a row, it doesn't, because you got this massive wall of sound, and the kick is quieter than the wall of sound. And so when the kick plays, it's not like, damn, I'm getting hit. You know, usually like that super hyper aggressive like sidechain, it's like it works really well with a really loud kick relative to everything else. But when the other thing is louder than the kick, it sounds like you're making the song quiet over and over again, and thus is taking energy out instead of adding energy. It sounds kind of odd, particularly there, and I think that's just because it happens multiple times in a row. I don't really have that much beef with it normally, just in that section. All right, you're winning me over a little bit. This is pretty cool. I think it would be real. So you're playing this shit at like -3 LUFS at this point. It's just a wall of noise for a while. I think it would be super fucking sick if after, you know, this is the second like group of 16 bars or 32 bars or whatever, it does a complete switch up and just gets super subby and minimal, and there's just like a couple harmonics and then like a couple really, really high harmonics or something. Some like, it just, I mean, I remember listening to a Mr. Bill podcast, and he was like talking to Subtronics, I think it was him, on just like crowd reactions, and he's just like figured out, he's like, dude, I figured out the way to DJ, the way to maximize the amount of dopamine. And the entire thing was play a very noisy, predictable song, and then go into something super, super fucking minimal and subby, and then play a big, big, big loud thing, and then collapse it down to something super minimal and subby again. And like that shit does go, it goes crazy, because the release is insane. There's so much tension built in this song right now, because again, it's just a wall of noise. I mean, I've been harping on about that for ages, and I think you could use this moment of, I've been subjecting you to this wall of sound, this one repeating thing for a minute now, and I can take all of this anxiety and rage and anger you have built up, you know, because like, you know, assumingly they're all dancing to it, and then you can release all of it with a subversion of expectation into something super, super minimal and subby. Yeah, hot top end, it's very, very loud and distorted. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the second half of it. It's funny, I hated it at first, and then you won me over, and then you lost me again. I think the second half is just like, it's just a repeated thing of the first thing, but it's a lot more subdued in energy. But the thing that made the first thing cool was how extravagant and over the top it was. And then when you dial the thing back, it's less interesting, because that's what made it cool. You know, you're like, the essence of the sound before was it's too much. And so when you take away from the thing that's the entirety of its being is being too much, and then it's just nothing. We getting philosophical and shit. I don't know. Yeah, I want to hear a different synth, a completely different tambourine texture doing this little thing, and I want it to sound super, super minimal. And I want the drums to get minimal. I want the ride, the constant punching ride. I want that to become just like a super, super short transient hi-hat. I want all of it to get, I don't know, super, super clean and minimal. I think that could be really cool. Okay, I didn't understand the message, and then he deleted it, which means he didn't understand it either, and he's gonna reorient. Okay, perfect. Okay, new maybe wise thing. We're on a roll. We're just feeding back. We're feeding back to the people. There we go. I suck ass at trying to figure out a nice way to look at all this. So this is the kind of minimal drum and bass I was talking about that I was kind of praying for the other thing to switch into. I'm not a big fan of the kick. I think you can add a tiny, tiny, tiny fade to the very beginning of the kick. Just the tiniest little fade, and that probably would like, it's just kind of clicky. That's all. The hi-hat, I feel like the hi-hat's fine to me. I kind of see what you're saying. Like, I feel like I have that same hi-hat in the sample pack that I've heard many times before, but yeah, of course, normal font. Thanks for the submission. All right, now that Kilotofu pointed it out, I'm not liking the hi-hat anymore. I joined the bandwagon. Like, the hi-hat could be cool at some point, but like it's not the whole time, you know? Maybe switch it out for like a brief section or something. Oh, okay. These super cool kind of formanty, perky things, they're very mono. They shouldn't be mono. That's ear candy. That shit's supposed to like pop around and move around my head and shit, you know? It's like a little wide to the right, but I want it everywhere. I want it like super fucking wide. I want it to go like, you know what? I want one more thing to get. I want something melodic to get added, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I just want like some ringing out chord, or like just like a sine wave pluck or something just something just a little bit melodic to ring out with a fat reverb tail or like a bunch of delay or just like a really long release just to happen right there, because there's like a bunch of shit that happens. There's a really good video by Ben Levin, I think. He's like a guitarist and he talks about music theory a lot, and I'm trying to comprehend Leaky's message and it threw me off track. Ben Levin has a really cool video on sound design and tension and release and whatnot, and he talks about how satisfying the sound of opening a can is. Like there's like this click, you know, you like spend all this effort to like click the can, and then there's this like hissing sound of all the air releasing, and then there's like crackling thing of you popping the can open, and then there's a pouring of the drink, and then you hear the water fill up, and then the pitch of the resonating whatever the resonating frequencies of the water hitting the glass rises in pitch as the water fills up, and so there's, and then you hear all the bubbles and shit from all the water going, and there's it's like this sequence of like 10 different sounds happening. And this little bit here in this song right before right okay, so that thing is like, it's like almost all of it. It's almost all of it. We got the can opening, we got the air hissing out, we got all of it, and then it's like you do all the things, and then you like start to pour it, and then you didn't finish pouring the thing. I just want to hear like there's the whoa 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 wow 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 wow, and then when the beat comes back in, I want it to come back in, and then on the fucking quarter note afterwards, I just want to hear a reverb tail of like a chord. Maybe the chord has vibrato on it. That's what I'm hearing in my head. If the song needs it, I'm telling you. Just like picture it. Right. And then it comes back in like every like 8 bars or 16 bars or whatever. It just comes back in on the offbeat or whatever, like where the snare is, basically right on the first snare. Wait, I think I heard it. Yo, okay, that dude, make that guy happen where I want it to happen and make it louder. But yes, that. Also, the thing that I said that should be panned around, the like super cool Formanty sounding clicky perk, it should have movement throughout the entire thing. It like maybe filter movement, maybe pitch it a little bit differently. Just make it a little bit more varied, perhaps. Like maybe every 16 bars it slightly changes. Though again, drum and bass is like, it's a loopy genre. You want to hear the same thing being looped for a while, and then you slowly add stuff. So I think just filtering and panning, the same treatment I was talking about with the last song, like using an auto filter or my the stereo swap rack from my Patreon, or Slink from Hypnus Records, or something like that on that sound, I think would be really, really good. It's the tambourine, the open hat right there in that section. I can hear when the loop restarts, if that makes sense. There's like a certain part where like the one tail ends and another thing begins, and it feels unnatural, just a tiny bit. I feel like there could be like a slight tightening up of that. sick. I think the super fucking cool sound you added, the thing that sounds like a female vocal a little bit being pitched around, I think it can be a little bit louder, like 2 or 3 dB louder. Or even a lot louder, like 5 or 6 dB. Like, you can make it really, really present, I think. It's just a really cool sound and needs like a lot of attention, I think. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the open hat loop. And this is kind of, I mean, it's sufficient for the genre, I guess, but it's kind of a loop of this previous section, but with a super cool thing added. Normally I would diss on it for being too similar to the first section, but the thing you added is really, really cool, so it's pretty good. I think just a little bit more variation maybe in percussion, maybe some like low end like Foley percussion kind of stuff that's being like glitched around and stuff like that. It's playing on like 16th notes that you're like filtering around can like add to the whole thing. Maybe even just pushing the present frequencies on my system sounds like it's taking up some dibs. Well, let's yeah, this one's also at like -5 LUFS. For me, I think it's working more because it's a lot more minimal, and so there's still it's not like an unending wall of noise. There isn't this constant stream of high-end noise playing the whole time that becomes fatiguing. I don't know. I didn't even realize it was like 5 LUFS apparently. Master sounds decent, I think. I think most of my complaints are just like, I think like creatively it could be made a little bit more interesting in very specific niche ways, though the song's a banger overall. I'm impatient, so I'm just ending the song. But that's cool. Very good. I kind of forgot what the main points were that I was pointing out, but oh, like creatively I wanted like a certain sound to happen in this section. Mostly that's just because it was like compelling, but very cool. Was way clearer than mine. Are you doing more to the master for loudness than clipping? Well, loudness like comes from the mix, right? So if all you're doing to make the song loud is you're just putting a clipper and you're slamming the fuck out of it, then it's not gonna sound nearly as good than if you are intentional with your composition. So one of the reasons why this sounds, I think, cleaner than yours is because it's very minimal. There's at every single moment you can count, like at every moment in time there's like one single element playing, right? And not that, like, everything kind of has its own like frequency and space. Your song has like this really, really blown out, super distorted bass line. Oh, that's not you who you're talking about. Wait, who had the so confused. Pretty sure that was you, or maybe you're making a meme. Maybe you are making a meme. I'm believing it. I'm just buying into it. Composition matters a lot. Yeah, no. I'm just slow right now. I'm sleepy. I said I should be sleeping right now. Yeah, I can't handle sarcasm. I don't do well with nuance in the human language. anyways, yeah, composition matters a lot, and then yeah, processing and how you mix everything, and you have to just like be intentional with how you mix it. If your secret to loudness is just putting a clipper on your master and then slamming it until it hits -3 LUFS, then like it's not gonna sound good. The limiter and the clipper, like ideally, if you are an amazing like mixing engineer, an audio engineer, you wouldn't even have to like limit or clip anything. Like you would just turn up the gain such that it reaches 0, and like everything would basically mix itself, because you could like mix everything in buses such that every single element is like not ever going past a certain threshold volume. And then when you add everything together, it's like adding Lego pieces together, and then it makes a perfect sounding mix, right? Distorting the shit out of it is like, it's a way to make it loud, but like at what cost, you know? I don't know. I feel strongly about loudness and whatnot. Okay, that was fun. I just gave feedback for like, I don't know, the whole time, like an hour and a half. I'm tired. I don't even want to make music. What did I even do? What did we make? This is what we did. And then let's duplicate this thing over, and then we got whatever you are. Right, let's mute that. I do find that compelling. Let's add a sub bass. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna save this project file. Send it in. Oh yeah, we're in 22 Edo. Let's just make it some shit like that. Banger. And then you have to adjust U to be fucking stupid. Banger, dude. It fucking slaps. Make it stupider. Make it more stupid. No, normal fine. No, we can't have two Mr. Leakies in here. No, that made it more fire. Yeah, no, more funny sound. Okay, I can't. This hurts my brain, dude. Let's just give more feedback. This was much easier. That's what I call dubstep 2090. Yep, exactly. Wait, is this the thing? Or is this? Yeah. This is 2 minutes ago. This reminds me of Into the Mirage. Enter the Mirage. Just that instrument. I'm sorry. It's my stream. I can do what I want. Is that a Sarangi? I think it's a Sarangi. Anyways. Yeah, now limiters do matter a lot. And Ozone 8 Maximizer is also what I use, and it is very good. I remember I used to use the Ableton limiter, and I couldn't get anything to get louder than like minus 10 LUFS without it sounding like absolute dog shit. And then for like 2 days, Ozone 8 Elements was free, and I got this, and then immediately I can make the same exact mix, like minus 7 LUFS, without a problem, and it sounded like just as good. You know, when like volume normalized, of course. Yeah, it's terrible. Is that a Hammer Dulcimer or a Santor? It sounds a little too distorted. IMO at this point. These are like really beautiful, nice acoustic instruments. I don't want them to be super distorted. And there's weird, maybe not distorted. I can hear like this kind of unnatural compression. Maybe there's this like absurd compression on it. Like what's the word for like pumping? It sounds like almost like pumping on the yeah, there's a certain bits, I don't know, that it should be more dynamic and natural sounding. Yeah, I can hear. It sounds good, actually. I don't know. I kind of got distracted memeing with the dog, so I stopped listening to the mix. But nothing popped out to me. There's this like kind of fuzzy vinyl distortion in the back. It sounds kind of good. It threw me off a little bit, but I think it's good. Yeah, there's like weird like ducking and stuff. Okay, only creative feedback. I want to hear more the like sitar thing. I wanted to hear a little bit more. It's like playing a couple notes and then it's silent and you just hear the bass and the drums for a while, and then you hear like a couple. I want to hear like after you've introduced it solidly, I wanted to hear it like play notes mostly the whole time. this melody that you're playing for the first like 4 bars, but then I don't like that it's silent for the next 4 bars, because it's like you play this really nice, beautiful melody, and then it's just the slowly building drums and the pads. But the pads are already there, so it's like really nice melody, and then I'm just like waiting for something cool to happen, and then really nice melody, and I'm waiting. That's like my impression. Awesome. That's really solid. My only like creative whatever idea for this last drop is I want to hear a little bit more variation, perhaps in terms of percussion and the background looping stuff in the second half of it. However, I understand drum and bass is a genre where you never switch anything up ever, so it works for that genre, absolutely. And also, I mean, it works for what it is. I think it would be a little bit cooler if you did switch up a few elements halfway through. Perhaps drop the like glitched formant synth, really pretty, the you know, the main idea, drop it in octave and then layer it with the original thing. And so in the second half it gets really beefy and is this choir between the lower octave and the higher octave thing. That could be cool. So you can build on it, and then at the same time that choir happens, then there's some like added switch up with the percussion, and so it gets even deeper, you know. So it's like, oh, here's this like beautiful whatever section for you to vibe out to and get contemplative, and then it gets much deeper and more intense over in this section, perhaps. And I just want to make sure I'm proud of my first release. Oh, you just gotta send it, man. Do I still have what's my first release I have posted? I guess I have to open this up on Incognito. No, I remember we talked about releasing when we met at the Renegade. Did I hide everything? Yeah, this is my first thing. I mean, it sounds like shit, but no, I don't. No. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, it sounds like shit, but the ideas are cool. I remember I discovered something like right when I made this song. I was producing on shitty, terrible speakers, and the kick sounded good on those speakers. I didn't have a sub or anything. They were very, very small. like that one. And so like I don't want to private it. I hid and privated the much older songs that are all like trap beats and shit. But this is like the first good song that matches the project that I'm doing now. And I have fond memories of all of these. All of these likes are like from people in my high school. Yeah. The little bleep boots. Yeah, very cool. Oh my god, I treat the shit I put up in high school when I was in, but I treat the shit I put up on high school, I can't English, oh my god. The shit I put up on SoundCloud when I was in high school, like the goddamn Epstein files, honestly. That's funny. No, the much older stuff, I mean, I'm on an incognito window right now, so you can't see the much older stuff, but if we go all the way back, I mean, it's so bad that, like, it's just kind of funny. We go way back. My first beat. This was, I cracked and pirated Ableton. And then, I spent like 9 hours watching tutorials from Seamless R. Was it Seamless R? No, it was Sadowik Productions. This is the loudest I can make it. It's like gonna take a nap kind of music. So fucking quiet. Oh, this one's fun. This was like 4 months in, 5 months in. That's basically it. I like this one a lot. Play pretend, used to play pretend, money. We used to play pretend, got spending money. Play pretend, used to play pretend, money. We used to play pretend, walking with the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly far away. Used to dream about a space, now the place, say you want to money. Grain delay and frequency shifters on the song. Yeah, honestly, the build-up is like one of the hardest build-ups I've ever made. Just like it goes hard, and then the payoff is kind of weak. It just goes so high energy and then drops down, but like the idea is solid. Play pretend, money. We used to play pretend, got spending money. Play pretend, used to play pretend, money. We used to play pretend, walking with the money. Used to play pretend. I mean, this whole thing was just me automating all the like parameters of grain delay around on the fucking 21 Pilot sample. And then there's also a frequency shifter just rising on everything. And then the rest of it's kind of weak, but yeah. I remember this one. I was working at Domino's, and I went to a coworker's house party, and he was showing me beats he made, and then I showed him this beat, and then my coworker was drunk as fuck and started freestyling over it about how depressed he was, and it was a vibe. We were all just like, god damn. fucking yeah, see, like I have so many unique ass memories associated with all of these songs. It's crazy. It's like it's not only a song that like meant something to me at some time in my life, but like I poured myself, the person that I was at the time, into this song. And so like I feel like there's like such a greater attachment to the music I made at this time than you know, just like music I used to listen to when I was in high school. You know, what's the vocal? It's from Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. It just sounds like Mac DeMarco, honestly. Anyways, that one's vibey. This is dubstep. Oh, this one's funny as fuck. Actually, I was really proud of this artwork I made. Onion won't make you cry. Yeah, it's really good. And this is I don't know why the fuck I made this song. I found like a Speak and Spell sample that said the word onion in it. I was like, okay, word, I gotta make a song about onions. Wait, sounds like this.
An onion. Point the knife towards the root and try to get as close to the root as possible.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think. Example? Okay, ogres are like onions. They stink? Yes. No. Or they make you cry? No. Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white heads? No. Layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers. You know, not everybody likes onions. Hey, everybody loves cakes. Cakes have layers. I don't care what everyone likes. Ogres are not like cakes.
Onion.
I know there's no sub bass. I didn't know what sub bass was because my speakers didn't make sub bass. And then all right, here's deep lore. I posted this in the EDM production subreddit feedback thread, and Chimura at the time, he was like just as new to music production as I was, and his shit was just as cringy as mine was. And he messaged me and he was like, we should do a collab sometime, and I just ignored it. And then I noticed like 3 years later he fucking exploded and was cracked, and I was like, oh no. But yeah, little funny thing. Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, this one's fun. This is actually pretty good. This is like one of the very first things I ever made, and super experimental. But this, if you played Fallout 3, this is one of the songs in it. It's supposed to be what happens when you smoke salvia. just ends. Oh man, I do and I don't want to smoke salvia again. I haven't done that since I was like, yeah, 18 or 19. I think maybe Wise is like 2 minutes behind on the thing, but then I can't tell him to speed up because then he'll miss all the good things that happen. Salvia is such a bad time. I have had every time. I just remember, don't do drugs, kids. It's not good. Don't do it. I remember every single time I smoked salvia around people, I had a miserable, awful, terrible time because there's like people like laughing at me and I'm like, what the fuck even is that? It's like really not fun. And then every time I did it by myself, it was amazing. It was like living in a video game. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, really, really cool. But it is weird as fuck and kind of scary. Yeah, the salvia song, pretty good. And then I made a lot of trap beats. Oh, this is crazy, dude. I'm like reliving some crazy shit right now. This is a cool ambient song I made. It's like 5 minutes long, but honestly, I kind of want to go back and like finish this. It's good. It's very it reminds me quite a bit of Rhubarb by Aphex Twin. And honestly, the sound design was cool. It was just like a fuck ton of MIDI notes, and I would just duplicate, or I would just double the length of it was like a bunch of MIDI notes scribbled in a pattern, shrunk really, really small, and it just made this really nice melodic sounding riff that like rises at the end. And then I just like layered like 4 of them. They're all at different octaves. I don't know, I can't, it's hard to articulate. Anyways, it sounds fucking pretty. And honestly, I have like really deep emotional attachment to that song. That would be a good one to revisit. Well, this one's fun. I think I made this right around the same time when Flume's mixtape came out. Was super inspired by that. It's just that for a while. I don't have the patience. Let's see how much of Onion is saved. How much do we have here? I don't have... Oh my god, I forgot Kaiwachi existed. Oh my god, I totally forgot this artist even fucking existed, dude. This song fucks so hard. This was my reference track when I made the song. It goes fucking crazy. I saw this guy at Hard Summer when I was 19. Oh man. Oh, he's so good. got distracted. I'm reliving memories right now. The song's really fucking good. Okay. Let's look at my project file structure. We have all of it. I was using MIDI drums at the time. Let's see. We're missing all the Gordon Ramsay samples because I'm on a new computer now. This is one of the first sounds I ever sound designed. I don't remember how I did it. I should save it though, just for like memory's sake. Oh yeah, I was using Nexus at the time. And I don't use Nexus anymore. Yeah, we need the Shrek samples. Where's Shrek? Fuck, man. Do we have the sound design still?
Onion.
I discovered, yep. Oh, this is a cool rack. That's interesting. Frequency shifter, erosion, and grain delay. Dude, I was cooking. What the fuck? Fucking sub bass. Yeah, we got the gun cock. I love that. What the fuck are you? Oh, this is just fucking guns. And then, oh yeah, the ambient song. The ambient song that I just showed earlier comes from this. I made this patch. Aw. Okay, I don't have Gordon Ramsay anymore, but check this out. We have reverse reverb tails from Kitchen Ramsay. Or Kitchen Ramsay, Jesus Christ, Gordon Ramsay. And it's oh yeah, I didn't even play this part of the song, but it's just Gordon Ramsay heckling someone. And then it's a carbon copy of the drop. Alright, Killa Tofu, you want this? You can have it. Save, select all and save. Yeah. 12. God damn. That's wild. Yeah, honestly, the frequency shifter thing, that's pretty sick. Like, even the, where's that one part? This bit? Wait, no. This one? I don't know where it is, man. That guy. Banger. So it's like, it's just a bass. And then, yeah, just frequency shifters like a little bit up, and then the grain delay goes crazy. Fucking nuts. How to... let's go find... Wait, first let's play a thing, because we're just vibing right now. How did I get to Kaiwachi? Right, I randomly remembered that he existed. That is a good song. Yeah, that was good. I miss listening to Bro Step and like feeling something. I mean, that one makes me feel something because it's good, and also I have like deep emotional attachment. So that's fun. Ooh, this was my first good song I think. This was my very first good song. I don't have it on my SoundCloud anymore though, because it's like not what my artist sounds like. Because it's fucking bro stuff.
It looks something like this.
I was a very big fan of Getter. Anyways, that part kind of sucked. I remember this is when I discovered that you can randomize an arpeggiator for the first time, and I just like had a sine wave and just randomized it. And I was like, oh shit, I don't even need to write music, dude. I can just make the robot write for me. The sound design, a lot of the stuff here is from Splice, and then I'm using like Serum effects and delays and a lot of ring modulation. You can see the high frequency ring modulation shit there. So this is when I was like in my, I mean, I still for the most part just do like a fuck ton of resampling, but I just like resampled everything. Yeah, was good. Oh, we got, wait, Jade sent a thing and I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. Jade sent an actual demo. Here, well, we could do more feedback. Fuck it. Or maybe this is 4 years ago. I think we're just nostalgizing. There's a vibe. D&D driven hard rock track bringing our name to life. I fuck with it. I really like the like pitch bends and like the dissonance. The melody gets unpredictable in a really satisfying way. was Tribal Jade? Wait, this just says Jade. This says Tribal. This says Tribal Jade. This says Tribal. What? Who are you? I feel like the Kazoo kid when he's like, wait a minute. Who are you people? Why the fuck is this 500 megabytes? Jesus Christ. Alright, Tofu, what's your email? I don't know, what's the easiest way to share this? I don't think I can just drop this into Discord. Can I just drop this into oh my god, I can just drop this into Discord. Okay, never mind. Is Tofu even yeah. I just pinged him, even though he's probably watching the stream. Beautiful. Okay, here, let's peep, I'm not gonna finish this song, I'm sorry. This is an eclectic stream. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I have excuses. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, 11 years old, god damn. Yo, what the 14,000, god damn. Released by Belgian Man. Are you the Belgian Man? Released in 2020. What? That's not true. Ain't no way. Oh shit. Wait, didn't you say this is a 5am remix? Have a release. You're cheating. You've already got a first release, so you're already in it. You may as well just release everything else now. Yeah, I hate it when people listen to my music. It's terrifying. I gotta say, I'm just reading through all of these project files. I remember mostly what they sound like, and also exactly where I was at what time in my life when I made them. And I also remember what the tracks look like in the DAW. It's just a trippy fucking experience. I'm like reliving. I'm remembering so much shit right now. I can't. Yeah, that's a good fucking song. That was a good song. Damn, dude, I miss being in college. That was a good. I mean, people always like, dude, college is the best time of your life. That shit fucks. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Some of these are pretty, if I remember correctly. Oh man, I don't know. This song went on my mini mix. And then this one I remember, this is like a 30-minute song. I'm just gonna load it, fuck it. Yeah, that was a good song. Very, very, very good. Oh, I heard myself. That loaded so quick. What the fuck? So this was really fun. I don't know, okay, apparently none of it's gonna load, which is a bummer. That sucks. My brother is playing Dungeons and Dragons. He's like, I need background music. And so I just sat down and in like 4 hours, I made like 30 minutes of music. Pretty good. It was fun. There's supposed to be like waves and ocean sounds and shit, which none of that's loaded. Productive way to make a bunch of music. So I sat down, I was like, I'm just gonna make a song, and then I'm just gonna keep it going and then make another song, and then keep it going and make another song. And I showed this to my friend, and then he started doing that, and then that became his like entire style of how he produced music. He would just have a project file, he'd make a trap beat, and then it would lead into another trap beat and it would lead into another one, and then you get into this flow state and you make like an entire EP in like one sitting. It's really cool. This is literally right at the beginning of the pandemic. Look at that. This is February 28th, 2020. People are supposed to be playing Dungeons and Dragons to this, so it's like not too tension grabbing. Did everything load? Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I made this mastering tune. It's fine. It just ends there. Oh, something didn't save. In the campaign, they were lost at sea on a boat, like fighting sea monsters and shit. playing a like a hand pan thing. I just got it. I was very new to it. I still have it in this room somewhere. Yeah, I was not great. Is this where I put the harmonica too? I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, that was all garbage. Oh, and then the whole thing repeat. Wait, where's the harmonica? There's supposed to be a harmonica in there. I swear. So I cut out, there's a whole... I guess not. I mean, there's a... Huh. There's supposed to be a section with the harmonica and then the whole... Anyways, the whole thing repeats then. Like right around then. Yeah, no, it was it wasn't great. No, you can no worries. But the first, like, this whole section here is like pretty fucking compelling. When the house beat comes in, it's kind of weak. House beat is kind of weak, but I mean, it still like kind of tells a story. It's interesting to listen to. And then you just hear someone who just got a hand pan like a month ago. It wasn't even a hand pan, it was something similar to it. Fuck around with an instrument that they're not good at. Anyways, the whole thing pretty compelling. I really like, yeah, this section here. And the whole thing was made in like one sitting. It was just a cool project. Having an idea in your head, you know, concept album. There we go. Making concepts into reality and stuff. All right, take care, Jade. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know anything about how to play those, so it sounded cool to me. They're fucking sick. Oh, here's the shaggy dog. This is what Maybe Wise looks like. Wait, what did... I will never update Minimeter. Good for you. It's not worth it. Don't update, Gordon. Here, this is my favorite handpan player. He's fucking cracked. Is it easy to learn? It's one of the easiest instruments, I would say. There's still like technique and it still goes really, really deep, but it's pretty easy to make it sound nice. Like, he's so cracked and so good at it, it still requires skill, you know? Like low skill floor, high skill ceiling. I still don't even understand how waving the hands. And he's bending only harmonics of the note because he's bending the metal where the mode is of that note. It's like a tremolo. I don't understand what the fuck he's doing. I don't understand how it works. Take care, Normal Fun. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, this was a very fun stream. I made no music. I lied in the title. We just kind of hung out. It was fun. Any anytime you have an idea, you stray away. Yeah, I mean, the point of the idea is it just gets you somewhere. If you stray away from the path, that's still good, right? Alright, this is the cool part. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe 21, maybe? I think this is it. Is this? No. I think it's this one. This one? Okay, this is one of my favorite ham pan performances, like, period. And it's just here. Actually, I have a song. Oh, I think I took that mix down. I have a down-tempo song where I sample him playing this and take the MIDI from it, and it makes a really beautiful melody. Tuned to F. I mean, sometimes they're like in a harmonic minor scale. So I mean, yeah, you could play modes of it, but like the lowest note, you're kind of limited with what you can really make your tonic. I don't remember the name of this fucking song. The the song I did where I sampled it. It's just that very ending there. This bit here. Damn. You want to hear something funny? Here's one's really stupid. It's a vibe switch.
Drop the top. Drop the top.
Anyways, that's enough of that. What is this one? Okay, I can't find the fucking thing I'm looking for. It just boned me out. Drone ambient shep. The shepherd tone, kind of. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Anyways, that's that idea. No, that one's garbage. Where is it? You? Oh, this one's cute. It just makes a circle around your head. The high frequency is up and the low is down, you know. Oh, here's my old mix. Okay. Well, the song I was looking for is at the very end of this mix. Okay. So just remember this bit here. That little bit there, I sample it. a second. It's a good song. The ending's kind of weak. I don't like the ending bass patch, but it's good. It makes me feel things. That's something that I should possibly go back and finish. Maybe put on a downtempo ambient album. What is the good ambience? How to do it? I don't put drums in, or if you do, don't add a kick. That's it. That's the secret. Oh yeah, this one. I was listening to Massive Attack, Mezzanine. Angel has a snare just like this. Man, I was doing some creative fucking shit. Inspired by Easy Jack. Maybe not. I don't think this one's good. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good. there's a cool premise in there, but it does not pay off. Yeah, I can't find this fucking song that I was looking for, but happens to the best of us, I suppose. Oh, there's this one. Whoa. What does this guy sound like? Oh my god. What am I doing? What is with the imaging? God, there's like really cool ideas in it, but the source material I was using for the sound design was just garbage. I remember losing my fucking mind trying to mix down this song. Losing it. And I just over polished the shit out of it. There's so much stuff happening at the same time, and I was just so blind to what's going on. I remember this drop was cool. Yeah, the last section goes hard. The rest of it is mid. But I really fucked up. So normally I date all of my project files. Like here, this is 200228 Lost at Sea D&D project. My finished song exports folder, I didn't date any of these. And then when I end up creating a backup, then my date modified gets fucked with. It's awful. Wait, is there date created? Yeah, no, it's busted. So I can't, dude. This one's pretty cool. many new things in the Discord. I didn't even notice. Ooh, Rise of Morphic posted a thing. I don't think he's watching. Here, let's check Stickbugs. Sick. Oh, this is weird as fuck, dude. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Oh my god, it's like a never-ending build-up. That's fucking sick. That's very good. That's very, very good. No, that's fucking awesome. I don't have much to say. I would, the fill, I would just make that centered instead of pan left. That's maybe, I don't know. That was fucking awesome. It was really funny. Is it microtonal? I feel like it is. Here, let's check Rise of Morphic's thing. Needs to sound, how to, creative ways to make this sound really bad. Ooh, Tiny Radio. Dude, Tiny Radio goes crazy. Oh, dude, it goes crazy. I have no advice for that. Let's check Jade's thing. That one's sick. That one's super cool. Oh man. Use Expecto Patronum. Oh, I asked if there's more magic going on. Yeah. Okay, I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I'm tired. It's like 2 a.m. I think I gotta go to bed and stuff, but this was super fun. We made no music. We made no music at all. Did we do anything productive? Did I find any songs I wanted to work on? Like, this one's always fun. I like this guy. But like, it's kind of just a finished thing. It's like a minute long. Oh, this one's kind of cool, I think. Yeah, that was fun. That's the same song. Yeah, good stream. Turns out the stream's better when I don't make music. What? What? Oh, this song's really good. This is a song I need to release. This one here. This one's gonna come out on an album eventually. That one is good. Oh, this one? I keep trying to play this at live shows and it just keeps not working for some reason. I don't know why. People keep not fucking with it. Can't comprehend why. Yeah, I gotta release this, dude. I need to... I fucked up. I fucked up because I should have released this song with, on the Tangled Snakes EP. It would have 1,000,000% fit on that EP. Or what I should have done, and I also had this idea, and I didn't do it because I was just losing my mind, just trying to mix and master those 4 songs. Would be to put it as a hidden track if you bought it on Bandcamp. That would have been good. Where the fuck is Tangled Snakes? Here. Like, just as like a 5th track or a hidden track, you know? Shit goes crazy hard. Good. And like, I don't know, it makes me feel something. There's like melody in it and stuff. It's like really funny. It makes you laugh. It makes you dance. And you also kind of feel something, you know? It's cool. Yeah, no, it bangs. I'm with you. But every time I play it at a show, people don't fuck with it. I'm like, what? Are you not hearing what I'm hearing? Like, are you crazy? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Okay. For realsies, I think on that note, I'm gonna call the stream. Unless there's like something else super cool. What the fuck was Swaggy Cactus? Why do I have... Oh, someone asked for stems once of the song. That's like an old song. Oh, I made this song entirely with my mouth. Or like all the perks. This one's pretty cool. So it's like a weird, it's like hardcore psytrance. not satisfying, but I can't do it, man. Time I ever made Psytrance. That one's fun. Oh, I just remembered. Oh, God, I need to go to sleep, dude. Why am I doing this? There's a techno song. I have like a really hard, aggressive techno song. And also, every time I've ever played this out, everyone stopped dancing. However, I think the song is still good and has potential. It's 7 minutes long. I think it still is good and has potential. But the reason why everyone stops dancing is because I'm not playing it in a techno set, and techno, frankly, only like works in that context. Right? It's like really aggro. I'll skip through it, but like if you ever listen to Randomer, it's kind of inspired by that. It does that for a while, right? Yeah, this is a good one. It's really good. The first half kind of sucks, but it gets really fucking good in the middle. Only problem is, like, it's very different from everything else I make, so, like, if I release it, I would just release it as a one-off single and probably never play it live unless I build, like, a larger techno discography or something, but I put a lot of work into this. Still needs a lot of mixing work, and the first half, the intro's fine. The way I introduce elements. But there's this like middle section once I start introducing all the squid sounds and shit. Yeah. And then there's this like interesting part where I start doubling the kicks. Or I start adding a bunch of kicks in every section. Right? I'll like bum 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 bum, right? And then the next time I'll go bum 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 bum. I'll add an extra one, and then eventually the whole thing is just doubled kicks, and then it gets like, I should make a weird album. Distinct memories during COVID. I went hiking all the time because like I needed to go out and I was going fucking insane. So I would hike like every day. I remember I was working on the song and I would just listen. Like there's one section of the hiking path where it's just like straight vertical for like 10 minutes or like I guess 7 minutes or whatever because the song's 7 minutes long. And I would just I would just play the song and just think about the mix and then just sweat and breathe very heavily. And just climb up this like super sheer like hillside, mountain, whatever, all blasting techno in my earbuds, and it was good. It was good. Yeah, we need to figure out how to release the Mosquito song, because yeah, like the best time to release it was with this thing, and I missed it. So like I could release it as a single. I could do like a Bandcamp Friday. Like one-off only on Bandcamp thing. I could say fuck it, here's just a single. I mean I have other, I don't know, but I agree it needs to see the light a little bit more. Like I would say I could just save it for live shows, but I'm like scarred every time I play it. There's one time I played it on the beach with a bunch of friends and it was, people got down. Like the other like 4 times, everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? Fuck you. Okay. It's 2 in the morning. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes, but this was a hoot. We should do this again sometime. It was fun. We just listened to music and vibes. It was a vibe stream. I'm gonna change the title. Sleeping Man vibes to music when you really should be sleeping. There we go. And now I'm not a dirty fucking liar. Love it. Oh, don't want to hear myself. Okay. I need to sleep. I am going to sleep. Yeah, was good. Thanks for sticking around, Stickbug. Thanks everyone else for sticking around. Lurkers, I appreciate you. I'm sure there's been a couple. Yeah, it was a hoot. Well, I don't know, next stream I will be more productive, I hope. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. Maybe not. Probably tomorrow night. Yeah. Alright, take care, y'all, and have a good rest of your day / night / whatever the fuck you're doing. Yeah, take care.